Harry's wife. The battle for the USA. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. There is a battle on the way. In one corner, the forces of good, the Prince and Princess of Wales, a normal and an empath that are coming to the United States. In another corner, the forces of darkness and dim-wittedness, the narcissist and her victim, Harry's wife and Harry. Yes, will this be an epic clash of the titans? And how will it impact upon Harry's wife? Well, let's set the scene and turn to an article by Richard Kay in the Daily Mail, which tells us, a battle royale for America's heart. Within days, William and Kate and Harry's wife will be feted at glitzy events in the United States. But 30 years after Diana took New York by storm, who will prove the true heirs to her humanitarian crown? Asks Richard Kay. Will it be her son and his wife who will be there, or his son and his wife rather, who are there to honour her, or will it be the other son and his wife, she seeking of course to emulate through the Diana duplication her late mother-in-law? Richard Kay continues by stating, almost 40 years ago, Prince Charles and Princess Diana were about to embark on their first overseas trip, a grueling 40 days of heat and dust, crisscrossing Australia and New Zealand at the height of the Southern Hemisphere summer. Charles was 34 and the Princess just 21 for a tour that was to see not just the birth of Di-mania, but also the beginnings of the mistrust and resentment that were, within a decade, to overwhelm the marriage. 4 decades on, and William and Kate next week will leave for their first official visit abroad in their new status as Prince and Princess of Wales. That, of course, status of itself is something that would wound Harry's wife. At 40, both are older, wiser, and more mature than the prince's parents, and their 3 days in the US city of Boston should be a breeze. After all, 8 years ago, they had a knockout trip to New York, and 3 years earlier, when the afterglow of their 2011 wedding was still burning brightly, they dazzled their way through Los Angeles and Hollywood. But in the years since, everything has changed, and so much rides on this visit that is vital to the long-term well-being of the monarchy. The reason, of course, is because of the polarizing presence of the exiled Duke and Duchess of Sussex, whose truth bombs from California have done serious damage to the reputation and good name of the House of Windsor. The ordeal has seen brother pitched against brother, the consequence of the involvement of the narcissist that affects what was hitherto an excellent relationship between the two, and has put the royals at their highest state of anxiety since the dark days of the various marriage crises of the 1990s. Ordinarily, it is difficult to have an unsuccessful royal visit to the United States, a generous country that prides itself on its hospitality. But by extraordinary coincidence, Americans are rolling out the red carpet on their East Coast for both William and Harry within days of one another. It is not the only remarkable parallel, for both royal couples are being hosted by different branches of the same political family, the Kennedy clan. While William and his wife will be hoping to unleash the wow factor, despite engagements that are a little on the dry side, Harry and Harry's wife will be milking their attendance as honorees at a glitzy money and celebrity-driven awards ceremony. No wonder these twin visits are being likened by a curious American audience to a duel and a battle of philanthropic do-gooding. What makes them even more fascinating is that both couples will be channeling Diana. On December the 6th in New York City, where his mother was so often feted, Prince Harry and Harry's wife will receive a Human Rights Award. There are uncanny echoes from the past. Just before Christmas 1995, a few weeks after her Panorama TV interview, Diana's humanitarian work was celebrated at a Manhattan gala, attended by substantial figures such as the pre-White House Donald Trump, media tycoon Rupert Murdoch, the statesman Henry Kissinger, and Gulf War General Colin Powell. There the similarities between mother and son end, for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are, controversially, to be given a Nipple of Grope Award. This is not for work to do with AIDS, leprosy, or the sick and the downtrodden, as Diana's was, but for calling out structural racism within the monarchy. And how did they do that exactly? It was their claim during last year's Oprah Winfrey interview that an unnamed member of the royal family made a remark they construed as racist, revision of history, wondering what their son Archie would look like when he was born. The late Queen famously responded with her unvarnished observation to the claim that recollections may vary. A wiser figure than Harry would not just have politely swerved this distinctly unedifying honour, but have seen through it as a provocative and contrived gesture. Little is known of the guests at this stage, but ticket passages to the top table with the promise of rubbing shoulders with the Duke and Duchess are priced at up to $1 million. As for VIPs, the event is being hosted by the actor Alec Baldwin, no stranger to controversy himself after accidentally shooting and killing a co-worker on a film set. A few days earlier, and 200 miles to the northeast, William and Kate will be attending the second Earthshot Prize Awards in Boston. Their engagements will also cover vulnerable young people and a project related to the princess's special interest in the early years of childhood. These are just the kind of issues that were important to Diana. In recent years, as their own relationship has crumbled, the brothers have both sought to cloak themselves in their mother's legacy. Harry has frequently invoked the princess's name with regard to the frustrations he and Harry's wives faced, and drawn comparisons between their own unhappiness with royal life and Diana's, although it is worth pointing out that unlike Harry, Diana, for all her difficulties, did not abandon her country and continue to serve the monarchy. Earlier this year, when asked by a TV interviewer if he felt his mum's presence, he replied, "For me it is constant. I've been over the last 2 years, for more so than ever before." He went on to say, "It's almost as though she's done her bit with my brother, and now she's very much like helping me. Got him set up, and now she's helping me set up." Harry also used much of his Oprah interview to make frequent claims about Diana. On that occasion, he spoke of his belief that she would have been angry at the way he and Harry's wife had been treated. At one point, he boldly stated their departure from royal life, "I think she saw it coming." It may, of course, have been mere coincidence, but exactly a week after that broadcast, William publicised the hand-drawn cards his children, George, Charlotte and Louis, had made for Mothering Sunday for Diana. Inside were expressions of love and loss for the grandmother they never knew, but the cards communicated a wider message. Diana was the mother of 2 sons. Now the prince is venturing onto his brother's territory, a potential challenger to Harry's authority as the most popular royal in America. It will be the first royal visit across the pond since the Oprah interview, when Harry's wife claimed Kate had made her cry, and Harry said of his brother, "The relationship is space at the moment. Time heals all things, hopefully." Within royal circles, it is being viewed as the most important overseas excursion for years, and is designed to put the Windsors on the front foot. The trip is focused around William's Earthshot Prize, the 10-year-long initiative that awards £1 million annually to those who offer pioneering remedies aimed at saving the planet. The awards are being held in the city most closely identified with the Kennedy family, and will see William teaming up with the assassinated president's grandson Jack Schlossberg, aged 29. The prince will also meet Boston's mayor, Michelle Wu, the 37-year-old daughter of Taiwanese immigrants and the first Asian-American woman to serve on Boston City Council. The couple's trip is certainly businesslike and worthy. The question is whether it will deliver the kind of positive headlines that make for good PR. Many of the details are under wraps, but there is a talk of a visit to a university campus and to a basketball game, 2 opportunities for the prince and princess to mix with young people. William's greatest asset, of course, is the glamorous Kate, who radiates something of the star wattage that made Diana such a sensation in the United States. He and his wife are said to be excited about being on American soil after an absence of 8 years. It is also their first trip abroad since the death of the Queen, and that is expected to play strongly in their favour. They appreciate there will be a lot of interest, and they will welcome it, says a friend. It is obviously a big moment for them as they adjust to their new roles and titles. William especially knows how much America adored his mother, and that she was the last Princess of Wales to visit its shores. Crucial to its success is whether the trip manages to overcome the grievance narrative of the Harry and Harry's wife saga. Their Netflix show, said by Harry's wife to be a historical documentary, a revised historical documentary, in which they will share their love story, will be streamed next month. Then in January comes Harry's intimate and heartfelt memoir, Spare, which, say publishers, will be raw, unflinching honesty. But there are growing signs that America's love affair with the couple may be tiring. Their decision to attend the Nipple of Grope Award Gala, which will bring them into contact with another offshoot of the Kennedy tribe, has been ridiculed. The award, which has recognised figures including Archbishop Desmond Tutu and President Obama, is said to be in recognition of the Sussexes' moral courage. This triggered widespread mockery. One critic on social media accused the couple of gratuitous attention-seeking and constantly monitoring their celebrity media index, since it's the only thing that keeps them relevant. Another scoffed, Harry and Harry's wife are all about attention and greed. And challenging the assumptions about the couple's US support, the writer said, Americans did not side with the Sussexes. Let's be clear about that. Posing for pictures, and they most certainly will, with members of a family who for years have supported Irish unity and attacked Britain's policy in Ulster, will at best look naive and at worst embarrassing. As for the award, an online observer noted, there is nothing heroic about those two. Instead, the word cowards comes to mind because instead of facing the challenges Harry's wife faced when she was living in England, she convinced Harry to abandon his family and his country because things did not go her way. Assertion of control over Harry, assertion of control over the media, the public, and the royal family by withdrawal. It is all set for the Prince and Princess of Wales to shine with positive headlines, which will cause Harry's wife to explode. She believes that she should be the royal that is loved by the United States. She believes that she is the one that is doing all of the humanitarian work similar to Diana. And she will regard the Prince and Princess of Wales as stealing her thunder. Of course, not seeing the irony of the fact that she does that regularly to everybody else, her narcissism will not let her see that. She, of course, will be wailing and gnashing as a consequence of the headlines that are no doubt as a result of the positive press coverage that will come in relation to the Prince and Princess of Wales, as undoubtedly the Princess of Wales will shine and the Princess of Wales will behave in a statesman-like fashion. The battle for the United States heats up. Many Americans will say, not really interested in either of them, but ultimately there will be plenty of press coverage with regard to how the media and the public receive these individuals. On the one hand, it's set up for the Prince and Princess of Wales to shine and receive the plaudits, and on the other hand, for the Sussexes to be vilified for their acceptance of awards which attacks the royal family. Naturally, we will see what pans out of all of this and how that will impact upon Harry's wife vis-a-vis her narcissism. But in light of this anticipatory battle, what did those below the line have to say about it all? Where are their loyalties lying? Hugh Beach 0624 states, there's no competition. No one wants Harry and Harry's wife. Dearest curmudgeon, is Richard K. kidding? This must be a joke. William and Catherine are senior working royals who behave impeccably and do their duties with respect and decorum. The other pair buy awards and send out vague allegations of wrongdoing without any facts behind them. Barbara 660666169. Diana was unique. No one would take her place, but William and Kate have their own virtues and a ton of class. No need to discuss the other two. Brit Oz, 1945. William and Catherine always show genuine warmth, dignity and class, regardless of what duties they are carrying out. They don't seek personal accolades and awards, though they certainly deserve them for their impeccable conduct, decorum, loyalty and pure class, without a hint of animosity or rancorous complaints. Water Kelly, 3 from Yucca, United States. Kate and Wills have my support. Lawinia from Australia. Simple, one couple of true royalty who give awards and recognition to those deserving. The others are podcasters desperate to be famous. No competition. Bertie from Leeds in the UK. No contest. One has class and dignity. The other does not even understand the meaning. Natalie J.M. from the United States. Harry is the most popular royal in America, according to who? There's no authority to challenge here. Falcon from Lemon Grove in the United States. Civility, manners, etiquette, decorum, quiet and understated elegance and charm, honour and good character. One couple has it, the other will never have it. No competition. I did it all for M, Melbourne. As if there is any question, people actually respect Kate and William. The Good Girl from Whitehall in the United States. Harry's wife walks in modelling and saying, yes, it's me, whereas Kate walks in without missing a beat and everyone knows who she is. Snowdog from Antarctica. It's a no-brainer. One takes 95% cut of every charity donation to fund their lavish lifestyle. The other does not. HRH, where is the competition? The responses here are overwhelmingly in support of William and Catherine, and I agree. Yoko Markle from San Francisco, not Harry and Harry's wife. Remy from Toronto in Canada, no battle there. Kate wins hands down. You can't even compare the two. Raz from Austin in the United States. Ridiculous. The issue is that since Harry's wife can't be the star, she wants to ruin the future for William and Catherine. It's that simple. Real Bloke Beer Drinker from United Kingdom. 99.9% of Americans can't stand her. Same over here. She must have a hide like a rhino. Pretty clear where people's loyalties lie there. All more challenge fuel for Harry's wife, and it will be a delicious outcome to witness what happens as the two battle for the USO. I'm HG Chu. Thank you for listening.